bro, it ain't nobody righteous. Same pointing them fucking fingers and all that shit. But from what I see, not one. Hold on, let me do this right quick. Better stay up. Matthew chapter 19 and verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing should I do that I may have eternal life? Verse 17. And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. He said, There is none good but one, that is God. I'm not going to even sit up here and say that at times I'm all the way where I should be. You know what I mean? When I say I'm not all the way where I should be, I mean that, I'm subject to doing wrong. I don't like to sit up and just just say what I need to say about other people. But at the same time, when it says don't see the smoking beam in your eye, okay, I get that. But at the same time, if you see something that is not right, we talking about correction. We talking about, it's like, if I say, look, I'm a grown man, you shouldn't be talking to me like that. This and that and the third, this and that and the third. And it's another thing if I'm set in my ways and I feel like I'm always right, or I'm thinking I'm always right all the time, or I'm right all the time. I know because I'm older. That would be stupid. You see what I'm saying? They would have the younger generation would have a right is to have an issue with me. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm sitting up there putting myself in a position to where I'm acting like my sauce don't go sour sometime too. You see what I'm saying? That's not right. You see what I'm saying? So that has nothing to do respecting elderly people and respecting your mother and your father has nothing to do with a person that feel or think that they always right in everything that they do and say. I think that would be the biggest issue with us and the younger children. You see what I'm saying? Is that they can see those things, in the adults. And like, how in the hell can you teach me how to be an adult? Look at how you acting or what. We get that, but we talking about in a sense where, like, don't try to sit up there and act like you never do no wrong. If you can acknowledge that you do something wrong every day, well, I know I mess up too. I'm not trying to sit up there and say I'm exempt from being righteousness too. But if you sit up there and act like you're always right, which that has nothing to do with it, that's not disrespecting your mother or your father if you're saying that. I don't think. You know what I mean? If you say something like that, if you're saying things like that. But the point I'm making is with the title of the video, people say, I'm a Christian, I'm godly, I'm God-fearing. It's easy to say. It's just a word, right? I can get on here all day and I can speak and I can talk and say, oh, I'm a God-fearing man. I know I'm a good person. I know I'm a good person. What the fuck does that mean? That don't mean nothing in the eyes of the Most High God. Although people will try to say that, oh, they'll say things like, he know the Bible. I don't look at nothing like that. Somebody know the Bible and all that kind of stuff. Knowing the Bible and yeah. I said, well, okay, I understand a lot of it to an extent, but I don't know everything, and I'm still subject to mistakes. I'm still subject to, if I do something wrong, is to I wouldn't want nobody that love me is to call it out, because I feel like if they love me, they're gonna call me out on some stuff. You see what I'm saying? If they love me or whatever, they're gonna honestly come to me and say, man, look, I'm honestly that if you, my problem with you, if they come and say, my biggest issue with you is that you always go around that. I won't get offended over that person if they say that. My biggest issue with you is, bro, is that you feel like you always right about everything. I'm not gonna get mad with them by me understanding what it is, and it's called taking accountability too. if you know what I'm saying, and that's the biggest issue right there. Like, okay, I understand that we supposed to respect our mother and our father. I understand that we supposed to respect our elders. I get that. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, my issue with you is don't think I'm not gonna recognize that you sit up there and just acting like you stuck in your own way, you stuck in set in your ways, and that you want to act like you right. And then as soon as I call it out, then now you being disrespected, you disrespecting your parents, you disrespecting so and so. No, you're not disrespecting somebody if you trying to make them known and letting them know what you got a problem with. Like, okay, I get what you're saying, but here's my issue with you. Da, da, da. That's not being disrespectful. It's breaking things. It's sitting down and having a combo with somebody and letting them know what problems you got with them. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is how I feel about whatever. You know what I'm saying? Open up and tell me. And then this is how we can get issues solved. This is how we can get stuff not to go out of proportion. You know what I mean? But if it's just all about you and your selfish ways, and you want me to hop and jump when you say do it, then it's gonna be a problem. Because I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, it's gonna make me feel like you're not valuing. You're not valuing my point. You're not valuing what's right. Not my point, but the Bible. If I point something out, you clearly is saying that you don't follow God. You disrespect the Most High. That's what you clearly saying. Like I say, okay, yeah, I get it. I'm not. I do have a foul mouth, and I do. I have a foul mouth when it comes to my parents, and I have a foul mouth when it comes to how I deal with my elderly people. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with if somebody is stuck in their ways, saying, "Well, okay, I feel like you just stuck in your ways and stuff like that." And that's not being. I wouldn't say it's being disrespectful to tell somebody that, okay, I think you're stuck in your ways, because a lot of you know right now that are watching this video, you know probably some older people. You can't tell them nothing. They stuck in their own way and all that kind of stuff. Just like when you tell them about that, like if I say Thanksgiving is about to slaughter the Native American Indian, and I call it Thanksgiving. I don't call it no goddamn Thanksgiving. No, fuck that shit. No, because it's not. But when I tell people that, they look at me, they look at you crazy. And I'm like, well, you is somebody, I can't hang with you if you got that type of mindset. Whether you be family member, family, blood kin to me, close and kin, or whatever, it doesn't mean that. If you are following the ways of Esau, the heathen, the so-called white man, what the hell am I bet? Well, you're not a friend to me because you're a friend of the enemy. That's like you want to be a friend of the enemy and eat your cake too, and then you want to be with your friend. You can't have it three ways. You want to be the friend of Esau, and then eat your cake too, and then be my friend. You can't have it three ways. This is a lot of what our people are displaying, and the reason I'm talking like this here is because I'm pretty much experiencing. This is no playground to my people, but Esau has got y'all. Esau is controlling this. Yeah, I mean, what more to say? I'm not going to turn. If you're choosing to be friends with the enemy, Esau, the so-called white man, the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of, then you want to eat your you want to eat your your coconut cake too, and then three, you want to be my friend. You can't have it three ways, partner. You can't have your cake, eat it too, and then be my friend too. You can't have your cake, be friends with the devil, the so-called white man, and then be friends with me. You can't have it three ways, partner. You don't have to let one go. Because you can't be with the enemy and then eat the cake too, the coconut cake, meaning that you'll do anything, be an uncle, you'll sell your own people out for some bread and cheese, for a piece of cake, just to get you a couple of extra crumbs in your pocket. Is it that serious for a biscuit? Is it that serious, bro? Is it that important? No. I'm not going, what the hell do I look like being friends with you? You friends with the enemy. Oh, I got white friends, but you want me to be friends with you. No, no, you can't be friends with the devil. The Bible speaks of the white man, and then have your coconut cake, and then be my friend too. You can't have your coconut cake, be friends with your enemy, work for your enemy, slave to get that coconut cake and eat it too, and then turn around and be my friend. The third, you want to be my friend, you want to be latched, you want to be connected and latched to me? Hell no, it's not gonna happen. I can be by myself. It's hard enough just for myself. I'm trying to get myself in order. No, no, hell no. You better get up out of here with that shit. You can miss me with that bullshit. Matthew 19:16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good things should I do that I may have eternal life? He didn't want no credit. That's why he said, and he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. Yeah. Let's go and look at yeah, man. It's just crazy. Yeah, man. The Most High said there is none good but one, that is God. Because he said they all forsaked him and fled. Yeah. Matthew 26. Let's look at this in 41. Watch ye and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. That's a good one. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. And he went away again the second time and prayed, saying, O my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, they will be done. If except I drink it, they will be done. And he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. And he left them and went away again and prayed the third time, saying the same words. Then came he to his disciples and said unto them, sleep on now and take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed unto the hands of sinners. Rise, let us be gone. Behold, he is rise, let us be gone. Behold, he is at the hand that does betray me. And when he had yet spake, lo, Judas, one of the 12, came with him with a great multitude, with sword and staves, from the chief priests and the elders of the people. Now he that betrayed him gave them a sign, saying, whomsoever I shall kiss, that same is he. Hold him fast. You know, that's a perfect example of the Bible tells you, just because somebody kiss you, just because somebody say, oh, I love you, you can't, just because people kiss you, you got to be careful with that type of stuff, because your enemy can, listen to what it said. Now he that betrayed him gave them a sign, saying, whomsoever I should kiss, the same is he. Hold him fast. And forthwith he came to Jesus and said, Hail, Master, and kissed him. And Jesus said unto him, Friend, wherefore art thou come? Then came they and laid hands on Jesus and took him. And behold, one of them which were with Jesus stretched out his hand and drew his sword and struck a servant of the high priest and smote his off his ear. Then said Peter unto him, Put up. Then said Jesus unto him, Put up again thy sword unto his place, for all they that take the sword shall perish with the sword. So it said, but Peter followed after far in the high priest's palaces, that went in and sought with the servants to see. Okay. Then did they spit in his face and buffeted him, and others smote him with the palms of their hands, saying, Prophesy unto us, thou Christ, who is he that smote thee? Okay, this is when Christ was led. You know, this is all talking about betrayal. Now the chief priests and the elders and all of the council sought false witnesses against Jesus to put him to death. Now the chief priests and the elders of all of the council sought false witnesses against Jesus to put him to death. This was his own people. You know what the main script I'm looking for? Where it says, and they forsake him, they all for, hold on. I don't want to say it, but I really want people to get that. I really do, bro. Because I'm just trying to show a time period in which we're living in now. And then in the New Testament, King James Version, they all forsake him and fled.
Here's the top search result.
Matthew 26 and 57. Matthew 26 and 57. It said, and they laid, and I was right there by, and they that laid hold on Jesus led him away to Caiaphas, the high priest. Hold on. And they that laid hold on Jesus put him away to Caiaphas, the high priest, where the scribes and the elders were assembled. But Peter followed him afar off unto the high priest's palaces, and went in and sat with the servants a seat in. Now the chief priests and the elders and all the council sought false witness against Jesus to put him to death, but found none yet, though many false witnesses came, yea, found they none, at the least came 2 false witnesses. And they said, This fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of God, to build it in 3 days. And the high priest arose and said unto him, Answerest thou nothing? What is that which thou witness against thee? But he held his peace. And the high priest answered and said unto him, I adjure thee by the living God that thou tell us whether thou be the Christ, the Son of God. Okay, hold on. I can't, you know what, bro? And they all, his Jesus disciples, forsake him.
Could you say that again? I didn't quite hear you.
Hold on, wait a minute, hold on, bro. And then all of the Christ's disciples forsake him and fled.
Could you say that again? I didn't.
Then all of Christ's disciples forsake him and fled.
Could you say that again?
Hell no, I'm not saying that no more. But yeah, no, man, I think, you know what, man, I think this Google stuff be, oh man, I'm trying to find that script, bro. And they all forsake him and fled, King James Version.
This is the top result.
Mark chapter 14 and 50. Well, sometimes you got to take time, and it takes time. Anything takes time. If you want to do something, you got to take time for it. And Mark chapter 14, 50. It look like it take you forever, bro. It's like 23 minutes to into the blog. Mark chapter 14, 50. And Jesus answered and said unto them, Are ye come out against a thief with swords and with staves to take me? And I was daily with you in the temple teaching, and ye took me not. But the scriptures must be fulfilled. Christ said he spoke in the temple daily. Verse 50. And they all forsaked him and fled. That's the scripture that I actually wanted to get to. It took me 24 minutes, damn near 23 minutes to actually find the scripture. And I was live. But it says in verse 50, and they all forsaked him and fled. Talk about his 12 disciples, all of them. And they all forsaked him and fled. They ran like a coward. And that goes back to the script that I was reading from the beginning, where it says in Romans, in Matthew's 19 and 16, where it says, there is none good but one that is God. Say, good master, what should I do that I may inherit eternal life? And he said, why callest thou me good? There is none good but one that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. He said, none is good. Nobody is good. Can you imagine, man? He said, all of them forsake him and fled. That's man, that's a lot, bro. If you look, bro, if you compare that to Romans, compare that to Romans 3. I think that's Romans 3. Yeah. See, this is the reason why people don't know, because they don't take the time to search, because they feel like it's too much to do. I can't go by people's opinion, though. I gotta go by on the Bible. Romans chapter 3, and verse 17. I think this is it. And the way of peace have they not known. There is no fear of God before their eyes. No, it says, no, now we know that what things soever the law says, it says to them who are under the law, that every mouth may be stopped and all the world may become guilty before God. When I say all the world, it's talking about the world of Israel. Therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight, for by the law is the knowledge of sin. I'm going to deal with that part, because a lot of people in the Christian church believe we don't have to keep the law no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole lot of homework to straighten out. Everybody want to do what they want to do. Everybody's all for self. Selfish, bro. Here we go. Romans 3 and verse 12. They are all going out of the way. They are all together become unprofitable. There is none that do is good, no, not one. Their throat, see that? Romans 3 and verse 12. They are all going out of the way. They are all together becoming unprofitable. There is none that do is good, no, not one. Nobody. There is no good in no one. Anybody's capable of, because think about it, it's just all about flesh, people. It's all about self. It's the same thing with people who is rich and they don't want to give to the poor. It's like we're selfish. By nature, we're selfish. Yeah. Including me. By nature, I'm a selfish person. But through the spirit, bro, it's different. People are selfish. You can't go in there talking about giving people the Bible. No, people don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear it by nature because we're selfish. Selfish. The Apostle Paul said that. He says, when I want to do good, evil is present with me. That's Romans I think this is it, right? Yeah, this is it. Romans 7 and 20. Now, if I do that, would not. It is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. Verse 21. I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. Every time I want to do good, it's always something evil. He's telling you that your flesh is more willing to do wrong than right. For I delight in the law of God after the inward man. But I see another law in my members, warring against the law of my mind, and bringing me unto captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. O wretched that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? That's me, bro. That's why I don't want to never walk around here and act like my shit don't stink too. Yeah. I just got to read that in Matthew, bro. People are selfish, bro. We're selfish. And when I say selfish, I include myself in that. I can't sit up here and deny that, bro. Matthew 26 and 41. Here we go. Matthew 26, 41. There we go. Yep, I'm right. It says, watch ye and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Like, for example, if I'm watching a live and I'm like, they speaking on God don't love everybody versus he loved only the Israelites. And they break the Bible down that like the French man and all this, is the enemy, the white man is the devil, the enemy, and all that kind of stuff. And let's go in the Bible and show you. A lot of people come in and watch that. That's what it's tight. I don't want to hear that. It's selfish. We don't want to hear that because we want to continue to be an adult. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, I ain't trying to deal with that. Hell no. Give me the music. Give me let it go. Yeah. It all boils down to selfishness. That's it. And I'm selfish to a degree. You know what my selfishness is? When I get mad and stuff like that, and somebody like I know what I should be doing is right, and I say that because I get pissed off at people because if a person don't value what I'm saying, then it tends to put a spirit on me like, hold it, wait a minute. If you ain't supporting me, I'm not gonna support you. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes I get mad and be like, let's use the parents for an example. Talking to your parents in a kind of way. When I get mad, I am talking to my parents in the most disrespectful way because in that moment I be angry, you know, but I can't use that as an excuse. You see what I'm saying? But I can always come back and say, you know what? That part ain't right. You know what I mean? I can own up to what I do is wrong. You see what I'm saying? I can own up to that. You know what I'm saying? I can own up to that. But my problem is with certain people is like when I can confess that I do something wrong, you know, whatever. But when if I say, well, you know what, one thing I don't like about you is when I'm saying some stuff about you, I'll say you selfish and you don't want nobody to tell you nothing, and you think you know everything. You think you right all the time. Let's just use that. You think you right all the time. Well, I'm an older person. I'm gonna always be right. I'm gonna try not to never be wrong. Your baby, your so and so, your parent or your one like me, your father ain't gonna never be wrong. Your father ain't gonna never. No, because last I checked, anybody is capable of being wrong. But we live in a society somehow, like, come on, we know people ain't trying to deal with this here. You know, people ain't trying to deal with this. America is contrary to the Bible, like homosexuality. The so-called white man promotes that. If you talk about homosexuality, more than likely, a lot of my channels have gotten shut down for speaking somewhat with on that. You know what I'm saying? I have. You see what I'm saying? Because America, they support those type of laws, bro. But look, it's like everything that America is for, God is against, and everything that God is against, America is for. America hates God, man. You know they do. They hate God. Look, okay, let's look at this here. This is one of the laws that God gave to His chosen people, right? He said, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, again, thou shalt say to the children of Israel, not to the whole world. He said this was a letter that was given to the Israelites. Whosoever he be of the children of Israel, or the stranger that sojourning in Israel, that giveth any of his seed unto Molech, he shall surely be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stones. If you went out and you gave your seed to Molech, means you went out and you married other women from other race and all that kind of stuff, this and that and the third, like give your seed to Molech. That's talking about like giving your sperm and all that. I mean, like going into a woman from another nation that's not an Israelite. That's what that's talking about. He said, because he said if you did that, that was the judgment for that. You were supposed to be stoned to death. See that? Look, listen to this here. I'm gonna read it again. It said, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, again, that thou shalt say to the children of Israel. See that? Whosoever he be of the children of Israel, or the stranger that sojourn in Israel, that giveth any of his seed unto Molech. Talking about have children having sex with the other women. He shall surely be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stone. God allowed the Israelites to stone him with stone. Now let me show you another commandment. Let's go to verse 13. It says, Leviticus chapter 20:13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lies with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. You're going to get judged for it. That's what that means. That means you're going to get a judgment. That means you're going to die. That's what that means. Yeah. Now another one. Let me give you another one. This is another commandment. Because see, people say that God only have 10 commandments. That's why it's so much fornication in church. Nah, bro. Look what the Bible says. Leviticus 20:17. If a man also shall take his sister, his father's daughter. That's another commandment. His sister's father's daughter. Who does that? The Caucasian people. Or his mother's daughter, and see her nakedness, and she see his nakedness. It is a wicked thing. They shall be cut off in the sight of their people. He has uncovered his sister's nakedness. He shall bear his iniquity. Let me show you something else, bro. Jeremiah 10. Let's go there. I don't want to waste nobody's time, but I just want to show them this. Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 1. It said, Hear ye the word which the Lord spoken unto you, O house of Israel. See how it's keep repeating Israel? And then Moses said, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, again, thou shalt say to the children of Israel, whosoever be of the children of Israel, or the stranger that sojourn in Israel, that giveth any of his seed unto Molech, he shall surely be put to death. That was a law. That was a commandment. If you broke that commandment, the curse was you was to be put to death. That was a curse that was upon you. Now let's go and let's look at Jeremiah 10 and 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord hath spoken unto you, O house of Israel. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. Molech, which will be the so-called white man, Esau, the Europeans, those are heathens, man. And he said that, thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathens are dismayed at them, for the customs of the people are vain. Now, he said, don't learn the way of the heathens. Everything that we done learned here in America is 99.9% of it is all lies that we've been taught. That's why we got to undo everything that we was taught in our head, that America tell you to be a homosexual. God tells you he'll put your ass to death for that shit. God said he'll put us to death. Even if I'm sitting here just preaching it, and then I go behind, after I get off camera, and then turn around and say I'm gonna be a homosexual. That, you know what I'm saying? That's fucked up to be in front of a camera and say that, and then all of a sudden you hear from another YouTuber like you know that dude Clarence that be on, like this dude that's got that black and gray hair where he had on a black jacket. He got a Hebrew channel. Man, do you know that nigga, man, was doing that to a dude, man, and then it's all over news and like blah blah blah. No, I'm not. What I'm trying to tell you, I'm not gonna jump on my camera and then tell you something that I'm not doing. I'm just honestly saying, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't sit up here and just say something and I'm not living it myself. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell you something. Honestly, I'm not gonna tell you something that I'm not trying to do myself. You know what I'm saying? I made up my mind before 2022 came in. I said I want to be much stronger than what I am. You see what I'm saying? I remember one time I went to the store. This was like, I don't take from nobody. I went to the store. I'm just giving you an example. And I said, man, I need me a camera. And I took it from out of the store. And then my spirit was convicted. The only thing that made me took it back, number one, the Most High said, don't do it. And I said, well, let me just continue to just try to do without. You see what I'm saying? Let me just continue to just do without and take this back, because this is not right. Because it's not right to be on camera telling people to do what's right, and you hitting the stores up, or you taking something. You done came this far. Don't let the enemy trick you. You know what I mean? And I felt totally uncomfortable, and I felt bad. I felt guilty, not because I got caught, because I never got caught for it. I didn't get caught for doing it. I took it back. Righteousness is when you can honestly do something and you can feel sorry for it and take it back, even when nobody's not looking at me. That's what you call righteousness. Not when somebody can see you and all of a sudden you're going to call it righteousness and you fear God. That's not the fear of God. The definition of the fear of God to me is when nobody is looking, when nobody else is looking, and you can maintain that spirit of integrity even when nobody else is looking. You see what I'm saying? Even when nobody, that's what you call righteousness. You know? But I'm not gonna hop too much on this right now, because I felt like I done covered a lot, but I want to cover one more, and I want to go to Proverbs. And once I'm done that, I'm gonna cut it off. Proverbs, based upon what I just said about righteousness, you don't do it because I don't do it because I got caught or whatever, or I got thousands of people looking at me or whatever. The real righteousness is when nobody's looking, and you be like, nah, this, because you're gonna be. It's like you're gonna sense something uncomfortable in your mind. And right now, I'm just being real. I'm not on here for the camera. I'm not trying to do it for the camera. You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do this for the camera. It's basically what I'm trying to say, just to hear myself talk, so people can come on here and say, oh, he really know the Bible. Oh, he really know the Bible. No, the hell with that. That's not, no, hell no. That's not what I'm on here for. No. You know, I said over and over. Nah, bro. Nah, I ain't gonna get down like that. You know what I'm saying? Proverbs, whosoever touches her should not be innocent. Proverbs.
According to Bible Rep Duck.
That's Proverbs 6 and 20. Proverbs 6 and 29. Let's read that. I want to show you something about righteousness. For me, you know, because I'm not on here just to come on here and just to try to, I don't like to just come on here and talk about other people. I like to come on here and tell you what I've done. You see what I'm saying? That's me getting myself together, you know, cleansing myself of what I need. You know what I mean? Because I might have needed this moment to separate myself so I can get myself right. You see what I'm saying? Because I can't come on here and go to rambling about somebody else and then I ain't got myself right together. You know, that ain't right. You know what I mean? So I don't want to do that, and I don't want to mislead nobody out there that's watching me. You know, I really want to be sincere, and I really want to do the right thing, bro. You know, in all ways, not just some ways, even the most little secret of the things. You know that. You know what I'm saying? I gave that up too. So if y'all want to, feel free to ask me some stuff about what is it all that I used to do. Y'all can just talk to me in the comment section, and you know I open up and be as honest as I could. You know what I'm saying? Proverbs 6 and 29. I think I said that right. Proverbs 6 and 29. And I'm going to get up out of it because I got to go run somewhere for somebody. I had to get my mind right. Proverbs 6 and 29. Here we go. He that goes into his neighbor's wife, whosoever touches her shall not be innocent. Wow. That is powerful, bro. I got to read that one more time. This is Proverbs 6 and 29. He that goes into his neighbor's wife, whosoever touches her shall not be innocent. That goes for the woman too. It's saying the man, but it's really talking about the woman too. So I feel like I had to get that selfishness out of my spirit because I was mad and stuff like that. So I had to cleanse my spirit, you know what I'm saying? Get that away, you know what I mean? But in Proverbs 6:29 it says, so he that goes in unto his neighbor's wife, and whosoever touches her shall not be innocent. You know what I mean? That would go for anybody. Being a homosexual, doing foul stuff, that goes for any type of, you know what I mean? So the man said, nah, that ain't right. Nah, that ain't right. Nah, this ain't right. And then when I come back the next time, I just go into further details, and this just gonna be about me. Because when I'm honest with people, I can cleanse myself too. I can talk about other people and I can say what they do and this and that and the third, but I wanted to more so tell you about me. You see what I'm saying? I can tell you about me in the midst of it. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully I helped. Hopefully whoever this video can help somebody else. I'm not saying that things gonna happen overnight, and you're gonna be exactly. It's not gonna happen overnight. You see what I'm saying? Because at one point in time, I didn't even know how to read. I had to ask family members to help me teach me how to read, put stuff on tape and all that stuff for me. I had to get my family, my cousins, niece and nephews and stuff like that to help because I couldn't even read or write. I was basically disabled, couldn't read. I went to school. I was in a special educational class, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I used to be, but that I done overcame all that type of stuff. I was there. You're looking at a man that was very dumbfounded. So you know what I'm saying? With me doing this reading, it took some time for me to get here. You're not just gonna wake up one day and all of a sudden you just gonna know how to do it all. It's gonna take time. You see what I'm saying? And I'm still growing. I'm not gonna sit up here and say I'm the best, but I'm doing the best I can and doing everything I can. And my power is to make sure that I keep all 613 of them commandments in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? So whoever get this video, I'm gonna keep y'all in my prayers. Y'all keep me in y'all prayers. I'll pray for you. And I'll pray for you and you pray for me. I definitely keep y'all in my prayers as I'm not just trying to put all the load on everybody else, So that's what I'm doing. So I honestly say that to the best of my ability. Y'all have a good day. I'll be back later on. We'll talk some more, man. All right.